Access Level 4 Plus. Subject 017B Emily R. Age 19. Volunteer status falsified. Proxy signature authorized under deceased guardian profile. Psychological notes. Undisclosed childhood trauma inferred from EEG instability. Subject bonded Pokemon. Cerulege. Long-term partner since age 12. Cerulege removed from Pokeball and euthanized for genomic extraction. Fusion target. Cerulege. Selected for Phase 2 synthetic armor integration trials and internal ghost-type combustion modeling. T plus 30 seconds. Initial reaction. Subject began exhibiting signs of thermal distress within 30 seconds of genome injection. Core temperature elevated to 43.7 degrees Celsius. Subject vocalized pain, whimpering, escalated to full throat screaming. However, no signs of cellular rejection observed. Instead, epidermal layers began to thin, adopting a translucent sheen, likely an early-stage spectral conductivity shift. Subject's shadow began to flicker inconsistently with external lighting, indicating a partial decoupling from standard light physics. T plus 2 minutes 12 seconds. Limb distortion begins. Restructuring of the arms initiated with a series of sharp, audible bone fractures. Radius and ulna extended asymmetrically, with new segments forming along mid-bone ridges. Fingers blackened due to vascular shutoff, then detached gradually from the knuckles. Where tissue died, a new substance emerged, dense, black metal keratin resembling obsidian, forming around the remaining bones. Growth accelerated along the phalanges. Bladed protrusions began developing at the wrist joints, but were unstable and vibrated at hypersonic frequencies. Subject resisted containment restraints during this phase, exhibiting panic response and screaming for her Pokemon by name. Vocalization ceased shortly thereafter. T plus 3 minutes 45 seconds. Facial collapse and nerve rejection. Convulsions intensified. Jaw fractured laterally as teeth cracked and fell from the gum line. Subdermal polymer mesh beta 7, activated via timed sutures, encasing the lower face to prevent vocal trauma. During the sealing, a membrane grew rapidly over the mouth, fusing with the lips. The metal was semi-transparent, twitching with each failed vocalization. Biometric scans revealed a complete redirection of neural inputs from the Broca's area to the anterior thalamus, indicating the shutdown of verbal communication. Pain response fell off sharply. T plus 5 minutes. Ghost flame ignition. Hair follicles combusted in uniform sequence. The subject's scalp turned ashen and blistered, but failed to transmit neoreceptive signals. From the newly necrotic surface, flickering strands of ghost fiber flame emerged, a signature property of Cerulege energy reactions. The flame was not hot to the touch, but caused immediate hypothermic tissue damage within proximity. All heat appeared to redirect inputs. Flame coloration matched Cerulege class spectral energy, hue range 420 to 460 nanometers, ghost type ignition. Subject's scream had ceased. She now only emitted low-pitched exhalations and tremulous metallic clicks from the throat cavity. T plus 7 minutes 9 seconds. Final transfiguration and phase shift. The spine lengthened dramatically, causing full spinal exposure through the dorsal surface. Vertebrae fused and formed a rigid central column terminating at the skeletal ridge. At this stage, the subject began to levitate approximately 3 inches off the containment slab. No mechanical assistance detected. Instead, magnetic oscillations and low-frequency phasing fields were recorded around the body. Ocular tissue was replaced entirely. The subject's original eyes dissolved into black fluid. which leaked down her cheeks before evaporating. Replacement organs formed behind the sockets, 2 opaque violet lenses, reflective, with no retina. These eyes do not blink. They track movement with slow, delayed sweeps, as if underwater. Final observations. Psychological condition. Subject showed intense emotional destabilization. Pre-fusion EEG patterns indicate severe anxiety and self-dissociation. Attempts to communicate shifted from pleading to muttering incomprehensible phrases, often looping her own name in fragmented syllables. Post-fusion, identity recognition appeared null. Subject ceased responding to name, mirror, or voice stimuli. Physical condition. Blades partially stabilized. Armor plating rigid. Levitation consistent. Subject emits low, rasping echoes similar in waveform to wild Serolage cries. Flame response reacts to stress. Attempts to sedate resulted in spontaneous temperature drop to 4 degrees Celsius in room atmosphere. Combat reflexes triggered in response to clip movement near enclosure. Blade lacerated steel within 0.7 seconds. Conclusion. Project outcome. Subject retained limited consciousness and high tactical responsiveness. Fusion yielded functional combat unit with semi-spectral properties. Psychological coherence is irreparably compromised. Recommended action. Transfer to Vault 3 for ongoing stability assessment. Scheduled for controlled combat testing in Phase 2-A. Monitor for phasing degradation. Further bonding experiments unnecessary. Bonded Pokemon status. Serolage expired during genomic siphoning. Biological remains. Returned to containment and marked for incineration. Subject showed involuntary stress spike upon proximity to deceased Palmer. End log.